Hey everybody! Today I'm going to be going over an interview with one of my favorite leaders, Mr. Ben Lopez. He's the Center Director at Workforce in Central Texas. I'm going to be connecting his leadership style to transformational leadership theory. Transformational leadership focuses on how leaders inspire, motivate, and develop followers. They don't just manage them. And there are 4 key components, and I'll show how Ben demonstrates each one with real examples. The first component is idealized influence, which means leading by example and building trust. Ben demonstrated this during a major crisis when he was president of a youth baseball organization. Thousands of dollars went missing due to embezzlement and mismanagement. Even though he was not responsible for the missing dollars, he said, "It happened on my watch, so it must be fixed on my watch." Instead of stepping away, he took accountability and rebuilt the entire organization. He also emphasized that he would never ask an employee to do something he wouldn't do himself. And when things go wrong, Ben takes responsibility and accountability. When things go right, he gives the credit to his team. These actions reflect what Hackman and Johnson describe as leaders who earn respect through integrity and accountability. Lo and behold, 2 of Workforce's core values are integrity and accountability. Thought that was kind of ironic to throw in there. The second component is inspirational motivation, which is about creating a positive environment and motivating others. Ben works in a setting with limited funding and staff shortages. This is a government-funded organization, so it can easily lead to burnout, but instead of focusing on the negative, he chooses to focus on keeping morale high. For example, he gives small incentives where he can. He gives jean passes where employees can wear jeans for the day instead of their business casual attire. He also gives parking passes. There is a special designated parking lot a little bit away from the building, but if the employees win a parking pass and they're able to park in the front. He focuses on what he can control instead of what he can't. He builds a culture where employees feel valued. Employees have expressed that they prefer to work at his office under his liege versus the other location. Well, I shall not say where it is. It's the environment that he's created. He's just created such a positive, uplifting environment. This aligns with transformational leadership because he helps people feel their work has purpose and meaning even during the hard times. The third component is intellectual stimulation, which involves encouraging growth and adaptability. Ben is constantly learning. He reads leadership material, he follows thought leaders, and reflects on his own behavior. One strong example is when he realized his communication style could be a little bit too intense when he's defending his staff. One thing I can say about Ben is he is ride or die. And if he's got your back, he's got your back through and through. So instead of ignoring that he gets heated and just continuing to act that way, he readjusted his approach and now reminds himself that poise leads. He also adapts to constant changes in policies and strict monitoring systems, encouraging problem solving rather than frustration. This reflects transformational leadership because he's willing to grow, adapt, and think critically, and he encourages others to do the same. The final component is individualized consideration, which means genuinely caring about each person. This is where Ben stands out the most. He shared that one of his earliest leadership lessons came from his mom, who built trust with customers by knowing their names and personal lives. He applies the same ideology today. For example, he makes an effort to learn and use people's names. He recognizes personal milestones, like using an employee's new last name after a marriage. He writes notes to employees' families when they're going through hard times or when they've gone through a wonderful time. And he supports employees when they're emotionally stressed. He also describes these as making the deposits in relationships, so when mistakes happen, the relationship can withstand it. Because of this, employees feel comfortable going to him not just professionally, but personally. This directly reflects Hackman and Johnson's idea that transformational leaders can act as mentors who genuinely invest in their people. Overall, Ben Lopez clearly demonstrates all 4 components of transformational leadership. He leads by example and takes accountability. He motivates others and builds a positive culture. He continuously learns and adapts, and he genuinely cares about his team. This interview showed me that leadership isn't about authority. It's about relationship, trust, and impact. Ben doesn't just manage people, he inspires them, he develops them, which is exactly what transformational leadership is about. Thank you so much.